The New York Stock Exchange was founded on March 8, 1817. It is located at 11 Wall Street, Lower Manhattan, New York City, New York, United States. A stock exchange is a form of exchange which provides services for stockbrokers and traders to buy or sell stocks, bonds, and other securities. The New York Stock Exchange is the world's largest stock exchange by market capitalization of its listed companies at $16.6 trillion. It is owned by Intercontinental Exchange.
The stock market crashed on October 29, 1929. It's considered one of the most devastating stock market crashes in the United States history, not only for its full extent, but its duration of its fallout as well. It was the beginning of the 10-year Great Depression that affected all over the world. The stock market crashed because of over-speculations in the stock market. Months before the stock market crashed, prices were fluctuating up and down, but mostly down. On October 24th, 1929, 13 million shares changed hand and the value collapsed. And then a week later, on October 29th, 16 million shares were put up for sale. However, no one was buying them.
The Great Depression was the longest, deepest, and the most spread depression. The GDP fell by 15%. Income, profits, prices, and everything else dropped. Unemployment hit an all-time high in the US at 25%. Industrial cities took a hard hit, and all construction pretty much stopped during this time. Farmers were losing money because of crop prices dropping by nearly 60%. This would not end until the late 1930s, and for some nations, not until the start of World War II.
The New York Stock Exchange varies greatly with war and other major national events. For World War I, the New York Stock Exchange closed at the beginning and then reopened at the end. After the attack on Pearl Harbor, the New York Stock Exchange took a major hit and was in a bad place to make money. However, war is not the only thing that can affect the New York Stock Exchange. When John F. Kennedy was assassinated, the Dow went down 3%. There are many notable events that affected the New York Stock Exchange, but I'm just going to hit up on a couple. First being Black Monday. Black Monday refers to Monday, October 19th, 1987, and that is when the stock market around the world crashed, shedding a huge value in a very short amount of time. The crash began in Hong Kong and spread west to Europe, hitting the United States after other markets had already declined by a significant margin. Another event I'm going to hit on is Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th was a mini crash that refers to a crash in 1989. The crash was caused by a breakdown in a $6.75 billion leveraged buyout deal for a company within United Airlines. There was also a mini crash in October 27th, 1997. The global stock market crash that was caused by an economic crisis in Asia. The points loss that the Dow Jones Industry suffered on this day still ranks the eighth biggest point loss since its creation in 1896. Lastly, I'm going to talk about September 11th. The economic effect arising from September 11th attacks were initially shocking, causing global stock markets to drop sharply. The September 11th attack themselves resulted in approximately $40 billion in insurance losses, making it one of the largest insured events ever.